Hello and welcome. So today I'm going to talk about how to start a YouTube channel in 3 easy steps. If you've always thought about starting a YouTube channel and it's something that you just didn't know where to begin, I'm going to walk you through the 3 easy steps to get started. So I've been on YouTube for about 8 years. I started my own channel in 2016, and you may know me as this person. The idea for Granny came about because I really based her on my grandmother, and she was very funny, and she used to watch me and my brother, and she would sit down with us and have a snack or have lunch or whatever, and we would try different foods, and she was so funny, and she would pop her teeth out, and it was just a joy to just hang out with her. And so when I decided to start a YouTube channel, I really wanted to use her humor, and she was very outspoken, and she would say certain things over and over again. I thought it was just totally hilarious. And so that's really how the character of Granny came about. And I've had quite a bit of success on her channel, and I really do kind of separate her from myself. So it is kind of a weird thing how I talk about Granny in the third person, even though Granny talks about herself in the third person, because Granny's super conceited, and I myself am not conceited. But I really wanted to show that with Granny, so I put her saying things in the third person. Not only are there 3 easy steps, but I've also added a bonus tip at the end. So stick around to the end to find out what it is. So the first step is to determine what your passion is and what you want to offer people. Because really, a lot of people make the mistake that a channel is about you and it's about what you can get, but it isn't. It's really about serving other people, whether through information, humor, just entertainment in general. It is really about giving something and not waiting around for accolades or people to tell you how wonderful you are. So I do know that a lot of people love my character Granny, and they will say how much she has done for their children. I tend to have a lot of children with autism who enjoy her content. And ironically, my daughter has autism, and I did not set it up that way. It just kind of happened. And I get a lot of parents who tell me that because of all the food I try, their kids try new foods. And that is a huge struggle when you are dealing with some special needs, food sensitivities. And so it really does warm my heart when people tell me that their children are trying new foods because Granny tries new foods. And believe it or not, as an adult, a 60-year-old, I still try new foods, and there's foods I don't like. So the next step, if you want to start a channel on YouTube, the next thing is to learn as much as you can about YouTube. Be fearless and seriously watch everything you can, but also reach out to people and ask, how did you do that? Or form friendships with YouTubers. A lot of YouTubers will come forward and tell you easily, like, oh, this is what you should do. They can be very helpful. I tend to be that way too. I've helped many people get on YouTube and start channels and start putting themselves out there. And so really learn as much as you can about how to start a channel, ask questions, and really be fearless. While you can watch the big names like Daryl Eves and Sean Cannell, You can watch them. They're great. They have a lot of information. I learned a lot from smaller channels. Littler channels will tell you up front some of the things about YouTube that you wouldn't ordinarily know. And so that, maybe in your genre or your niche, you can see what works and what doesn't. So the third thing I would suggest is feed the meter. And I always used to say this, it's time to feed the meter. You have to put out regular content. You don't see anyone growing their channel by putting out a video here and there when they feel like it. You really kind of need to get on a schedule, and you need to stick with it so people can expect when to hear from you and when the next video is coming out. They'll know. Typically, I will always upload a video on Fridays with Granny's channel. Here lately, I had a lot of things in my personal life happen, and so I was not able to upload during the month of November. That's not really a good excuse, but at the same time, your audience is expecting content. So it's best to stick to your schedule and upload on a regular basis. So yes, it's been 8 years since I went on YouTube, and I have continually uploaded content for 8 years. Well, Granny's getting a little tired now, so Granny started this channel, but I still will be uploading on my Granny channel. I owe that to my viewers who have been around since the beginning, many of them. There are so many good small channels on YouTube. And I have to say this too, because it's really important for you to know this. If you decide, okay, I'm starting a YouTube channel, but I wanna be one of the top people because those people really are doing well and they make a lot of money. Let me tell you something. Some of those little channels that you watch, they're doing pretty good too. So yes, it's great to aim for the sky when it comes to YouTube, but really you don't have to be one of the top YouTubers to make a good income on YouTube. You would really be surprised what some of the people with smaller channels are making a month. It would probably blow your mind. When I tell people that I have a YouTube channel, one of the questions I get a lot is, well, how do you make money on YouTube? Well, the first way you make money is through advertising. So, when you watch a video and there's an ad at the beginning or at the end, or maybe there's several throughout, that's ad revenue, and that's how you get paid on YouTube. Also, you could do brand deals. I have done brand deals, and there's several ways, but let's just get started with the advertising part of it. So yeah, it's really important to me to not have any content on my channel that's inappropriate. I just feel like we need to respect children more than we do sometimes. Anything that would be inappropriate for children. So I have one bonus step that you should take if you're wanting to start a YouTube channel in 2025. And here it is. Follow the guidelines. Follow the guidelines. So the community guidelines are there. It's a roadmap for you. Anytime that you are bucking up against something like that and not following the rules, YouTube will come along and say, hey, that's not cool. We don't like that kind of thing. For instance, so I'm going to leave you with this. Above all else, you are going to be uncomfortable when you first start YouTube. If you can get through that period of time where you're uncomfortable and it's awkward and you don't know if you're going to get any views, you will be successful. All you have to do is keep going and keep learning and put out content that people watch. That's it. You can start a YouTube channel at any age and you can make a success of it. I did. I hope you like this content. If you did, please consider subscribing and give me a thumbs up, and I'll make more videos to help you learn how to start and run a YouTube channel.